Do you remember the actor Patrick Stewart? He was probably best known for his role in Star Trek, and also I really liked watching him in X-Men. But I learned a story recently about how he treated a young female fan at a Comic-Con panel, and it kind of told me a lot about the guy, to be honest with you. See, there was this girl at a Comic-Con panel who stepped up to ask Patrick Stewart a question in front of the whole audience, but when she tried to speak, her voice cracked. She kind of said she grew up in a violent home, and she thanked Patrick for talking publicly about the abuse that he had witnessed when he was a child from his dad. But halfway through her sentence, she broke down. She froze up there, crying in front of hundreds of people. And most actors would have said thank you and kind of tried to move on, but Patrick didn't even hesitate. He stood up, walked onto the edge of the stage, and he asked her very quietly, "May I give you a hug?" And she nodded, and he just held her. And there was no cameras or a big speech about it, just two people who understood each other's pain. So when she caught her breath, he told her something that almost nobody had already heard before. He said that his father wasn't cruel by nature. He was just a soldier, a man who came home with wounds that nobody could see, wounds that didn't have a name yet, wounds that became violence. Patrick Stewart looked her in the eyes and he said, "You are not responsible for what was done to you, but you are strong enough to choose what comes next." Patrick Stewart, he spent years since then funding shelters and PTSD support for soldiers because healing didn't start with him, but he decided that it could end with him.